Alright, welcome to another edition of What the Fuck Happenings in the YouTube Atheist Community. The Amazing Atheist did 3 more videos this week, I think, about 3. One of them was like a video response to the religious nut guy, Together for Peace, or whatever the hell he is. It's the wrong name, but who cares? Anyway, about the fact that, atheism is generally a hopeless kind of belief system. And of course, the Amazing Atheist, being who he is, kind of contrived some reason to be hopeful as an atheist or something, or I'm hopeful, or I'm something like hopeful, when of course he isn't. But whatever, just kind of stupid. Then he did a response video to Fake Sagan's video. I guess apparently he argues that he was somehow doing something constructive to the conversation, when it sounded pretty much like he was just, again, throwing his 2 cents in, but they're like 2 slippery cents that no one's going to be able to do anything but slip on, because they don't really say anything. Yes, the fact is that people are, we're in conflict. Our diversity is in conflict all over the place, but probably the biggest problem, conflict that's driving the most problems is probably this whole, legacy lottery economic system versus something rational. I mean, class in terms of money is probably the biggest obstacle to, civilization, period. Anyway, and then the last one was, rag on exploitive news stories, that, hype crap with, somebody ate their baby yesterday kind of bullshit. And it's coming from the wrong guy. I mean, this guy goes to movies, where the hero is a lunatic. So, I mean, it's kind of the pot calling the kettle black kind of a thing there. No real point in criticizing the garbage on television when you pay real money, real dollars, to go to movie theaters to watch some clown in makeup blow up hospitals and shit. I mean, come on, get real. Alright, Fake Sagan. He did a defense of his class warfare video, which didn't make a lot of sense. Nothing specific. I mean, I still would like him to explain how he mixes class warfare with anarchy. It's the two of them. I mean, anarchy will create classism, no doubt about it. But maybe he means class by a different definition. Maybe what he's talking about is people who drink wine with their pinky out, and people who drink beer with their belly out. I mean, maybe that's the class he's talking about. I don't know. Whatever. Sounds like just a bunch of babble to me. The good news is he did a video trashing that Rose Bushy guy for one of his silly videos. Put up your fist and say I'm black. Not only patronizing the whole racial issue, but yes, just making even atheism seem pretty fucking silly. It's an intellectual struggle. It isn't just bigotry, it's philosophy. Okay, this one actually has, you can actually allowed to judge people based on the content of their character. And I judge religious people as fucktards and selfish pricks for running to God as an excuse to run from reality. And they may view me as a heathen and a jackass for violating God's sacred do not look at the penis rules and shit. So yeah, but we're allowed to judge each other based on that kind of stuff. That's content of character stuff. So even if there was discrimination, it'd probably be justified because it has to do with character. But whatever. So I'm just glad he ragged on the fucker, because Rose Bushy is a jackass. He's still calling me an anti-Semite, the fucker. But anyway, so Kobe did another couple more incomprehensible videos. He basically says objectivism scares him, so he repeated that. I don't know whether it was a re-upload. It seemed like a video I seen before, but whatever. Objectivism scares him, like somehow the truth shouldn't be defined. Let's not describe how tall we are. And let's not wear shoes. Let's disguise our shoe sizes so there's no facts of life. Let's avoid establishing anything as a fact. No, there's not too many people on Earth. No, there's not fucktarded systems. No, well, fuck that shit. There's one goddamn reality. The objective is to fucking accurately describe it. So there is an objective truth out there. And we'd be assholes. We'd be insulting our intelligence not to seek it, fucker. Virtual Holocaust, I'll mention him. He actually made a couple of videos. One of them was kind of stupid. He did a little lecture on, give me a break, man, for laughing at the guy who was, the horse guy. Guy got, butt rammed by the horse, because the guy died apparently on his third or fourth try at it. And he compared it to a snuff film. I mean, again, a stupid comparison. I mean, there's a big difference between imposing death on somebody and somebody committing suicide. If somebody wants to film their suicide, that's their business. And if you're letting a horse stick its wiener in your fucking buttocks, you gotta figure you're probably not gonna live too fucking long. I mean, if you haven't figured that out, you don't pass the retard test, and you probably should fail at life. Really, you are done. I mean, I think you're about cooked when you need a horse to stick its penis up your ass to feel good, or to think you're getting somewhere in life. If that's what you have to do, you are all done with this reality, okay? This reality just isn't going to do it for you no more, all right? But where do you go from there? Elephants? I mean, come on. Then whales? I mean, the game is over. I mean, the guy's got a horse's penis up his ass. I mean, he's done. Oh, fuck. Alright, then he did a video, Virtual Holocaust, on that Van Helton guy or something, some sort of jerky video. I only watched half of that, because it's just some sort of giving him a little lecture on who Thomas Paine was, and they can argue about who's a bigger racist, and, whether God is white or something. I mean, what the hell, who the hell converses with Van Helton? He's a lunatic. Come on, he's a crazy motherfucker. No point in talking to that nutball. Alright, Tommy from the Bronx did some videos yelling at disabled chicken religious nut woman, and too long and boring, couldn't watch all of that. But then he did a production, a new channel. He's got a new channel with Crossesborg. So they're going to do some production type style videos, which is good, fine, great, except Crossesborg's a fucking asshole, so that ruins it for me. Because that guy is just, he's just a trash talker too. all talk, no fucking goddamn anything behind it, no logic, no rationality, just, I love my guns and I hate virtual reality. I mean, he's just, the level of his conversation is, like below the surface of the grass kind of level. I mean, it's way down there. Modern Mystic, throw him in, just Modern Mystical, that's what I call him now. I did another 7 or 8 parts on free willy kind of stuff, and ended up potatoing towards, and he showed a bit of frustration. He just it did kind of stun his brain that he can do 200 videos on something, and people just say the fucktardest things. I mean, they should do a show like that. People say the fucktardiest things, and so it got him a little irritated. But his whole new metaphor with this musical instrument thing is just completely wacky. I mean, you probably should watch one of the videos just to get a little bit of the whack feel. But 7 videos on beep boop boop beep boo, talk and shit, and oh, fuck that. That ain't going anywhere. We don't have fucking free will. We're programmed devices, alright? Einstein writes E equals MC squared, not a housewife from Detroit washing her dishes. You gotta have the input to be able to have the output, alright? You gotta read Shakespeare to be able to quote Shakespeare, alright? That's the way the fucking brain works. You gotta feed the damn thing. And so there's no free will, nothing's made up. Every decision is going to be made a certain way based on the personality you have acquired, and the capacity to see something that you've gained through your knowledge base. If you can't see a solution, you obviously can't choose a solution. But if you have choices, then you've already created enough of a brain to create those choices. Some brains don't have the choices. It just goes one way because it doesn't even consider the alternative. Because the person doesn't have enough of a knowledge base to even give it a second thought, let alone a 4th or 5th or 6th thought. But everything we end up being is a product of that birth and maturation and conditioning and education, and there's no magical force making decisions for us. The matter, the brain, gray matter neurons make the damn decisions, and they are programmed by events, the real molecules and atoms and shit flying around in the universe. And it's that arrangement that makes the damn decision, and that arrangement is, it doesn't have any uncaused cause, fuckers. It's all causes, alright? North American Indians 500 years ago didn't all of a sudden just say, ah, I think I'll pray to Jesus Christ. Okay, they had no free will. They had no free choice to choose not to believe in Jesus. Alright, anyway, enough of that shit. Alright, great text, Matt. Stupid videos, I'll have to rip them something. A new brain hole, because they're both idiots. Morons, anyway. Bella, so we kind of resolved some old issues, which is good. Okay, well, anyway, so Bella, we resolved some old stuff. She did a good video on, you know, just the whole atmosphere we're existing in, where people end up feeding the trolls, and when you know, whether the person getting trolled is doing the feeding or somebody else is doing the feeding and all that crap and blah blah blah. But anyway, we sort of got rid of some old baggage, so there's no doubt we'll build some new baggage in about 2 days, but at least some of the old baggage is buryable now. It's officially junky. I even unblocked her, so we'll see where it goes. So that's it, and a whole lot of time. Damn.